of Illinois. Now, he is in 6th place of the 8 competitors in the floor exercise. He only has a 9.65, but the guys to watch are Mogilny and KOROLEV of the Soviet Union and Lee from China. They all come in with a 9.8. Charlie Lakes right now.
Okay, Charlie started his exercise with a laid-out double backflip. He had a little bend in the knees and a little sloppy on the landing. That'll cost a couple of tenths a point. But look at this pass. A front 1 3/4 to a round-off Arabian 1 3/4. That's tough stuff.
That is such a difficult pass, but he does it with such ease.
Now, Charlie's showing a flexibility requirement and a strength requirement, a press to a handstand, and, of course, a balance requirement as he holds the handstand for 2 seconds. He has to cover all of the area, the 40 by 40 floor exercise mat. He's getting ready for his last tumbling run right here. Oh, nice work on a pike double backflip.
Charlie Lakes from the United States, born in Newhall, California. We talked about the fact that he started in 6th place, but his chances for a medal very, very slim because some of the top gymnasts in this competition are yet to come up.
Now watch what happens here on his layout double back. He did it yesterday, and he did it a little bit better in the all-around competition. Notice his knees are a little bit bent. He's just a hair lower, and it's kind of tough when he comes down on that landing.
9.70 the score for Charlie Lakes. That'll give him a combined score of 19.35. He doesn't look like he's too happy with his performance on the floor exercise. Now, the next young man is Valentin Mogilny. He's from the Soviet Union. He's one of the top guys we talked about. He is tied with 2 other competitors with a 9.8 coming in, so he has a chance for a medal.
You know what's great about this gymnast is he does such quality work. He doesn't just execute the skills, he performs them completely and perfectly.
I agree with you, Kathy. I think the best quality that he has going for him is that in every event, he's very clean and very precise. He has all the necessary qualities to be one of the best gymnasts in the world for the next few years.
A student at Kemerovo State University, which is in the Ural Mountains.
Now there's the layout double backflip. Nice form. And a perfect landing. Oh, beautiful work. That's an Arabian 1 3/4 front flip done in the pike position.
These connections are all done so well. And it's these minute details that really separate him from the field.
Things like perfect extension, excellent toe point, and look at the virtuosity in these spindle flares on the floor. I don't know how these gymnasts can work on that floor mat. It's got to be the ugliest floor mat I've ever seen. I don't know.
I still haven't quite figured it out. I think it's flowers in the print.
Okay, here we go for the last tumbling run. Tuck double backflip. 1 step on the landing, but otherwise a perfect exercise.
Valentin Mogilny, he's from the Soviet Union, had the 2nd best score of all competitors in the team competition. Let's watch part of his routine on the floor once again.
Okay, here's the layout double backflip. He has good lift, but notice more importantly the perfect position in the air.
So we await the score for Valentin Mogilny from the Soviet Union. He came in with a 9.8, and Mogilny gets a 9.85. So that puts him in the lead right now. He is the current leader in the floor exercise competition. And his countryman, Yuri KOROLEV, is the next young man to come up. 19.65 is the score for Mogilny right now, but Yuri KOROLEV was one of the other young men we mentioned who came in with a 9.8, so he could very well take over the lead.
And I tell you, he got off to a great start there. He used the same mount as Mogilny, a laid-out double backflip. It wasn't quite as high, but the form was perfect, and he had great rotation. Oh, what a great second tumbling run. It's a handspring to a double front flip.
There are not many gymnasts in the world performing that skill.
There's the flares up to a pirouetting handstand. and a side somersault.
He needs a 9.85 to tie, a 9.9 to take over the lead from Mogilny.
Okay, here's his last tumbling run. Okay, he does a tuck double somersault. Now, the other day, he used a laid-out double somersault at the end, and he stung his ankles on the landing. So I think he watered back just a little bit. Unusual for KOROLEV. Here's the handspring double front. Look at that. That is tough. It's hard to see the ground when you're flipping forward. It's much easier when you're flipping backward to get a good look at the ground before you actually land.
And he's been the top gymnast so far in this competition, and I'm sure he'd like to walk away with some medals today. How would you rate this performance?
Well, I don't know if I'd get stuck having to guess at a score on this, but...
You don't want to be a judge, right?
9.9, there it is, so I guess he's got it.
He's taken over the lead, 9.9. We said he needed a 9.85 to tie Mogilny. 9.9 gives him the lead, but yet there's still another young man who's coming in with a 9.8, and that's the young man from China, Lee Chunyang. 19.70, and right now, Yuri KOROLEV is in the lead. Now, this is Lee Chunyang of China. Now, he also needs a 9.95. He needs a 9.95 to take the lead away from KOROLEV.
Okay, here we go. Round up back handspring. Oh, my gosh. That's a laid-out double somersault, but I've never seen one quite like that.
All the competitors have done that double layout, but I've never seen one that beautiful.
And look at this. A front step out to a nice high double twist. It's a relatively simple tumbling run, but he did it like he was taking a walk in the park.
He'll probably have to be perfect to win. Does he know that?
Absolutely. In fact, he's trying to make sure everything is right on. Notice the perfect line in the handstand. So far, all of his landings have been excellent. Front, front. Look at the spring he has in his legs. Of course, most of us remember Li Ning and Tong Fei from the Olympic team in '84. They could really tumble high, but I think Lee's in a completely different class.
Look how he just trots into the ring.
Oh, what a dismount, a tuck double back flip. Yesterday, he landed square on his back on that. Today, he had more control.
And I said he needed a 9.95 to take over the lead from KOROLEV. Mogilny, remember, also is one of the leaders who's already in second place right now. Let's watch part of the routine from Lee once again.
Watch how perfect this is. Great arm reach, but look at the second flip is actually higher than the first flip, and he lands standing straight up and down.
Lee Chunyang, a 9.85, so it's not good enough to take him and put him in the lead.
9.85, Charlie, the guy got ripped. I think he should have had at least a 9.9.
I agree with you, Bart.